Alright, how's it going, YouTube? So here's a race recap. As y'all can see, we was dealing with a lot of pollen. So that was the fight, but we managed to get through it. So we're gonna start with this car. We started with stock and bracket, and I used my stock car for both classes. But SC, I used this car, and in the prep race, I used this car. So in a dry tire race, this car, it did good. I think the fastest I went that day was a 220. I didn't really push it. Car was consistent as it always is. I just was trying to get through the rounds. Towards the end of the day, you know, the ground cooled off, shade came, so it started slipping. But I still managed to get through. I want to shout out Chris. Give a shout out to Josh. They ran their PBs that day. Give a shout out to everybody who ran good numbers or just ran in general. It was a good day for sure. Definitely a tricky one because of the pollen, so you had to adjust for that. A couple months ago, or even a month ago, we didn't have pop trees. The trees had no leaves on them, so we had no pollen. So we was able to put down some good numbers. So we'll probably fight pollen for like another month, and then we should be all right. And so as I told y'all in the last recap, remember the Willie bar wheels that y'all see? Hopefully y'all can see that, but it's chewing away. So I need to do some suspension adjustments. I'm losing ET just off of this right here. I could see that that's just putting too much downforce on the rear, which is the Willie bar wheels are only supposed to be for the start. After that, the car should be planted the rest of the run. So I know I got to do some suspension adjustments. I plan on doing it. I think it's a race at Hobby Quarters this Saturday, and they also have one in Connecticut. We'll see if we can make both. We'll see what happens. But I definitely need to do some changes. I even want to try a spur gear change. Now I'm stuck in like the 2.0s on prep and 2.2s, 2.1s on dry tire. So I feel if I can get faster on prep, then it should help. It should benefit me on dry tire. That's just what I'm thinking. So the plan is now, maybe I'm going to do a spur change. I'll probably go down on a spur just to see what happens. Also, I want to either try different shocks or try different, I don't even want to change the spring rate. I'd rather try different shock fluid in here just to see what it's doing. In the prep, in this dry tire race, this car went to the finals. Shout out to Josh. I went to the finals with Josh. I didn't even think I was going to the finals. The simple fact that I haven't touched the car in 2 weeks. From the last race to this race, I haven't touched the car. I had one on vacation and all kind of things. So the car stayed consistent, and that's where it counted, and it pulled through. So in the prep race, it didn't do so well. I think the fastest I went was a 202. It was consistent, but it wasn't where I needed to be. And as I said, I'm stuck in the 202, so I need to do some work on this car and try to make it better. So we'll do some more tuning to it and go from there. I'm going to clean it down. Hopefully I can get out a day this week before the race and test. So that's the plan. And I need to check logs as well. My logs, I didn't get to check logs while I was there. I checked 1 or 2 logs, but my logs went full and it automatically resets. So whatever I had in the dry tire race went out the window, and it has the prep logs in there. So I'll check that and go from there. I'm going to bring out the Castle car, and then we'll go from there. All right, y'all, this is the Castle car. As y'all know, it's a stock Traxxas chassis. So this car is consistent, but what I was having problems with on Sunday, race day, is this body. As y'all see, it came deformed, and the front sucks. So the front caves in like this, and that's what it was doing the whole way down. Especially when I get to the big end. When the full timer hit, the body would like and I put a brace here to brace it. It just wasn't working. So I need to get rid of that body and whole. I'll probably go back with a Corvette body for this one. I don't want to do two Camaros, so I'm gonna go back to a Corvette body for this one. I have someone laying around, somewhere laying around, that I'm gonna test with it just to make sure that that's the body I want to go with for now. Because if I wasn't, this car normally goes 2.2s dry tire, sometimes 2.1s, with the body not doing what it did. The body was doing something crazy Sunday. Everybody was mentioning it to me because the body was slapping so much, and you could hear it. It sounded like a blow-off valve. But yeah, I definitely got to do some work, and I just feel like it needs a better body, and then we'll tune it some more, especially on prep. So I think I wanna do some adjustments because I need more downforce. So I'll probably drop this car even lower to the ground. That's my plan as well. Drop it lower to the ground and get some more downforce, especially for the big end. So I'm gonna try. I even probably try the Camaro body on here just to see what happens. But with this same setup, not the same chassis, same setup, Josh went 1.9s. So I don't see why I can't. I just haven't been focused on this car. And maybe I need to because this Castle mode is putting in work. But maybe I will even try, this is what I might do. Try this motor in the carbon chassis car. And we'll see how it do. Do a few hits and see what happens. I don't know if I got enough time to do it, but we'll see if I can make time. But that's the plan. Either I'm going to change this out into the other car just to see what it does and then go from there, or I will put that, I don't know, back in here and make it work. But my plan is to convert this to a mid-motor. That's the plan. I need a mid-motor car. I got two rear motor cars. It's perfect for dry tire because you need that rear end traction. But for prep now, you need that front end traction with that. You can put down that high end power. So that's the plan there. But anyway, I'll get the stock car out. I didn't even run the RS4. It was ready, but I was just so going with the stock car. I just kept that for stock and bracket. I took the, I don't even remember if I think I took the winning stock, and I red lighted and bracket with the stock car. I turned it down. It was running like consistent 2.5, 2.55, 2.54s. So I just red lighted. But it's all a part of the game. It was fun. Had a great day. Shout out to everybody that came out and support the event. So our next event, I just posted it today. So by the time I drop this video, if you stayed to the end and you seen our flyer, so this is how it's gonna work. It's gonna be double entry. You can enter your car twice. All right. And now it's gonna be buybacks up to the third round. So if you lose the first round, you can buy back. If you lose the second round, you can buy back, and that will be your last time buyback. Up to third round buybacks. And then you already entered your car twice. So say if you lose the first race and you pick, your number was 2 with your car, and now you got number 7. If you lose the first race, you can buy back in with number 2. So, it's 2 separate entries, but the same car. Now, I give people a chance. If you pick yourself in the first round and there's chips left, I would allow you to throw it back in and redraw. As we get tighter into racing, if you draw yourself, I have nothing to do with that. The only thing I do allow is that you can ask somebody to change your chip, and that's on them and you. Don't come to the table with it. I'm just trying to get the rules out of the way so there's no confusion of the day on. So we got our prep race, our points race in 2 weeks. So and then I'll probably have the locals race right after that, which is the third week. So we'll see. We'll get some racing going. Hopefully I can get out and do some testing. I definitely need to do some testing and do some tweaks. So y'all stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. It was a great weekend of racing. Hopefully I can put some more time down. Also, I noticed I bent this wheelie bar. I think I flipped this car, and the wheelie bar is sitting a little crooked now. So it's a little tweaks I need to do with this car to actually put down some power. So I need to work on it. I already moved weight up and dropped the low center of gravity for one. So that helped, but I need to continue working at it. So y'all stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. And let's hope we can get out for that test.